race heating up. They cross the start-finish line. 3 laps of racing to go at Talladega. Here comes that second line.
Colin Brown, 21st, one of the last trucks on the lead lap 2 laps ago. Now he's racing for the lead.
Here he comes, Colin Brown on the second line. The train is going by. Colin Brown has got momentum. Let's see if he can get by that 51 of Kyle Busch.
They're all pushing. You see them all wiggling. That's because they've got somebody on their bumper. Matt Craftsman pulls out to make it 3 wide.
Side by side when they go into turn number 3. Kyle Busch on the inside. He's got help from the 30.
Colin Brown just doesn't need TJ Bell to get too overzealous and push that truck too hard. He'll push him right around, but they're taking the lead on the outside.
Getting ready to come through the tri-oval. Colin Brown, can he lead this lap? Here comes Kyle Busch once again. He surges forward on the inside. Across the start-finish line. The separation, 2 1/1000ths of a second. 2 laps of racing to go.
It's anyone's race right here. Colin Brown is leading that pack on the outside. Kyle Busch hanging tough right on the yellow line.
This is synchronized driving. Anything can go wrong in any second. The way they're pushing on each other, these trucks want to get out of control. The drivers are fighting constantly to try to hang on.
Look at Tod Bodine get up against that 51 and propel him by that 6 truck.
Those 2 trucks have pulled away from the rest of the trucks in the bottom line. That could be detrimental to that line.
Now here comes Hornaday. He's going to give a big push to Bodine, who will in return give that push to Kyle Busch.
Here comes Colin Brown again with momentum on the outside. TJ Bell right behind him.
Through the tri-oval, across the start-finish line. White flag is in the air, 1 to go. Colin Brown is leading in his Ford on the outside. Here comes Kyle Busch once again on the inside.
We're going to make it back around, Mikey?
I don't see how. I'm shocked we made it this far. I love the job these guys are doing, but I just can't explain how difficult this is, Phil. All these trucks are trying to crash.
Colin Brown now has the nose.
Oh, there it goes.
Problems
There
behind him, and this will end the race. Who's in front?
The caution isn't out yet. This is all behind the pack. Maybe the caution hasn't flown. No caution.
They still haven't thrown the caution. Kyle Busch is in front of Tod Bodine. Colin Brown hung out on the outside. Can he get help from TJ Bell in time? Coming out of turn number 4. Now Tod Bodine moves to the outside. Bodine makes the run. They go through the tri-oval. Can Kyle Busch get to him? Here Tod Bodine and Kyle Busch. It's Tod Bodine at the line. He'll win again.
And TJ Bell into the outside wall, comes across the line 8 into the outside wall.
How about Tod Bodine winning the last 3 super speedway races?
He was able to get Kyle Busch sideways off turn 4, and that broke Kyle Busch's momentum. He jumped to the outside, and what did it open up? The floodgates. Here they all come.
Look at, do you see Rick Brennan?
Rick
How happy he was. Ron Hornaday comes across the line in 2nd. Johnny Benson 11th. We have a new point leader.
39 points unofficially, the difference between Hornaday and Benson. So we have a new point leader in the truck series, and a familiar face is going to be headed back to victory lane here at Talladega. Of the 3 races, he's won 2 of them.
How good is that? How good was that? That was perfect.
Also won Daytona last year.
3 in a row for Tod Bodine in this Lumber Liquidators Toyota Tundra.
I mean this year, Daytona this year.
Yeah.
The last 3 races.
Last 3 super speedway races. There's Mike Hillman Jr. emotional after this win.
Tod Bodine won that race. He got in the back of Kyle Busch coming off turn 4. We'll look at that. He got Busch all out of whack and just drove up beside him.
Tod Bodine celebrating win number 14. Adam.
And Mike Hillman Jr. had to wipe the tears from his eyes when he climbed down off the pit box. You got a hug from your father. I know you're excited, but what about that driver in the closing laps? He was amazing.
You know, that guy drives his butt off, and these guys pour their hearts into this thing. And 3 speedway races in a row, that's unheard of, you know. These guys do a great job week in and week out on this Lumber Liquidators Toyota Tundra. We fight through adversity no matter what they throw at us, and we're back in victory lane. It's awesome.
It's hard to win at Talladega. Not many have gone back-to-back. Tod Bodine, 2 in a row in Alabama.
His 2nd win of 2008. As you mentioned, Phil, he wins the first super speedway of the race, kicking off the 2008 season at Daytona. And now he grabs the checkered flag and will celebrate here in front of the crowd. Really saw
That's all I can take, y'all.
Amazing race. Take a look at this final, well, about 400, 500 yards.
That's where he gets them sideways. He's got Hornaday right behind him. They've got momentum right now. Now Kyle Busch has to be concerned about the 16 of Brian Scott. Tod Bodine drives by.
Brian Scott could have very well won that race if he could have just got an inch up beside Kyle Busch, but Kyle blocked him off. Brian had to come out of the gas. He had a great run down on the bottom.
And remember, the flat of the racetrack on the last lap will work. Is not out of bounds.
Look at that pack. 3, 4, 5 wide across the start-finish line.
And all of them made it but one. That's pretty amazing.
Unbelievable.
And TJ Bell, the way he ran all day long, he'll sacrifice a truck for that top 5 finish he's searching for. Right here, he thinks, I got a top 5 coming.
Look at this. 4, 5, almost 6 wide as they come through the trial here to determine the final, about 15 spots.
TJ was just looking for some room out there. Ran out of room, but still crossed the line in 8th.
He knew there was a wall over there. He's just making sure he's using up all the track he could possibly use.
He saw what Carl Edwards did a week ago.
Watch this move right here. Watch him get him sideways. Right there. He's going to the inside.
Right through the middle, able to get by that 51, and then he had the help of the 33 behind him. Pushed him right across the start-finish line for his 3rd super speedway win in the last 3 speedway races.
There's Kyle Busch. Watch his hands. That's when he got a little bit loose right there. That's him entering the trial right there. Todd already got into the back of him, got him loose. We saw his hands. Now he's fighting back, trying to side draft off Hornaday. Now then he pulled down the block. Brian Scott in the 16 truck.
Ron Hornaday racing for a championship. Comes home 2nd at Talladega. Huge day.
What a big day. Now, the only hurdle really for Ron Hornaday, well, not the only hurdle, but one of the big hurdles is our next race, which is Martinsville, a short track race. Take a look at this from the Goodyear blend.
I tell you, Brian Scott really had a nice run going until Kyle Busch pulled down to the inside, blocked him, then that took all his momentum away.
You know the hype that Mike Wallace gets for being one of the best restrictor plate super speedway drivers there is? He deserves it. 5th place finish.
We saw him get shuffled back.
Look at this. Crew celebrating when they see him go across the start-finish line. How about a fan of Tod Bodine's, Bo Bice? Take a look at him in the gray shirt there. Good friend of Tod Bodine's, the Onions, Bo Bice celebrating. How about that?
I think I can get more air than him.